says you are live. Hello, world.
Hello. We got a thing and it said you're live and we weren't, and then the music played. So
yeah, welcome each and every one of you joining us today.
Yeah, we're glad that you can be here and taking this time to grow and learn and be inspired with us.
Yes, we help everyday people create time freedom, financial freedom, and of course, impact.
Yes.
So,
where have you been?
All right, I'm so excited for this live today because I just got back from something really special from Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And I'm telling you, it was an experience I'll never forget. We stayed at the beautiful Barcelo Bavaro Palace, and it's a 5-star, all-inclusive resort. And let me paint the picture for you and you.
Yeah.
So you wake up, you open your balcony, and all you see is the ocean.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's why it's a palace on the beach.
Yes, the water is that clear blue. The sun is soft and white. And for a moment, you just stand there like, wow, how did I get there?
By plane. Yeah, wow, that's nice. So how many of you woke up to that the other morning? Probably not. You probably woke up and by the alarm clock and drove to work, got stuck in traffic, and had to deal with your boss.
Yes, and I have a lot of pictures, maybe one or two pictures.
Hundreds.
That I have not posted yet, but here's what made this trip different. It wasn't just a vacation. It was our Eagles retreat for our online business. And what made it so special is people flew from all over the world. I'm talking about different countries, different accents.
Yeah. Like British people that weren't from Britain, but because they're immigrants, they've moved from where's Liz from?
She's from Nigeria.
So she's moved from Nigeria. She now lives in England. So there's people from England. There was people from Philippines, people from Australia, all over the globe, Sweden, all over the globe.
Yes.
And all gathered for the Eagles retreat.
Yeah, and there are one actually flew from the Philippines.
Wow.
Yes. And of course, different stories because different people from all over the world. But we were all connected by one thing. We decided we wanted more in our life. So let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, working hard, but deep inside, you want something more? If that's you, just drop a me in the comments.
Yeah, we want to see how many people out there because there's so much going on. There's so many people that are stuck in the job in the 9 to 5 and just going through the motions. They listen to the boss barking and you just keep on doing what you need to do because obviously you're tied to that paycheck.
Yes.
But I mean, to be able to experience something like that, like you say, and you're all still working as well.
Yes. We were actually on the beach, and we were working on the beach, taking phone calls from leads and from those people who want to join the online business. Actually, I have a video that I am going to post talking to a lead. Yes, awesome. Who wants to join the business. So this is what happened, guys, when you don't give up on yourself. Immigrants like me and like Mike. Mike immigrated from UK as well here to US, and we both have big dreams.
Yeah, so listen up, all you immigrants out there, wherever you are in the planet. I think there's one or two of you that have relocated from where you originally started on the world to where you are now. So listen up.
Yeah, so during the retreat, we had trainings because every single business owner who were there especially the I would say big people now, because they are making gazillion, like what used to be their yearly income becomes their maybe a week or a month uh
Of income.
income.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they all started just as everybody else. They all started on the ground level, just like
Yes,
us, just
just
like
like
everybody.
us. Yeah, we started from um not from ground zero, if you want to say. All we had in common is a big why, you know.
Yeah, and the why, everyone's why is different, but the key thing I think that everybody has in common is the fact the big why, or part of the why, is they wanted to change their life.
Yes.
They wanted something better for the family and for themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe they wanted to help other people as well. And
Yeah.
that's I think something that everybody has in common.
Yeah, so we went there not only for the trainings, but like I said, for sharing of journeys. Um, but those are not the boring kind of sharing. We talk about also mindset, growth. Every single one in our business is on the path on growing, because like I said, people who are already very successful in this online business, they are sharing the secrets to everyone.
So yeah, let me ask you then: is your boss telling you how you can take his job? Hey, if you do this, you can take my job. Don't think so.
Yes, and they also share how they actually build something online. So even though we are all business partners theirs, of course there are some very new ones in the business, and they still don't know what how to do everything, you know, because
Yeah.
like we always say when we have our go live, that you don't have to figure out all the things out, because we have mentors and we have coaches and we have step by step training. And like I said, everybody started from without knowing anything.
Yeah, you don't have to reinvent the wheel because it's already been invented. So we're just going to show you how the wheel works.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all video trained. You can do it at your own pace. And obviously, us as mentors will be here to guide you through that as well.
Yes, and what I love about the retreat is the people were real. They share their struggles. Nobody is embarrassed to share what they've been through. Their fears. There were also so many people who were skeptical at the beginning when they started the online business, just like this guy right here.
Skeptical? No, not me. Yeah, and that's just it. You know, again, other people in other businesses, in more traditional type businesses, are not going to share some of the trials and what's the word? What's the trials and errors or problems that they've had
Mm-hmm.
along the way. Maybe they might tell you a little bit about it, but this is good to hear from people that are now super successful, what they've run into in the past, how they've overcome it,
Mm-hmm.
and now look at where they are.
Yeah, actually, one of the very top earner in the company, he is a Filipino, and he is oh my goodness, like he's very humble, and you would really think that he is super rich, and everybody is calling him uncle because he is super rich. I mean, super rich, guys,
like
like super rich.
like Elon Musk rich.
Yes, he showed us his homes, his mansions in the U.S. He has two mansions in the U.S., and he also has one in the Philippines, and or maybe more, because he built 10 churches. He from his own money, of course, and then all his nephews and nieces, he built exactly the same home, so that they don't get
They're not going to be fighting. Hey, he's got this and he's got that.
yeah, so everything is the same. And of course, everyone has sacrifices. You know, when starting this online business, like you have to sacrifice a little bit instead of uh, I don't know if you would say this a sacrifice, because there's a lot of people who love watching Netflix or YouTube, or whatever that, or like news, politics, and all that. And you have to sacrifice not watching them, even if you love watching those things. You know, just like me, I used to be very up to date with politics. I just love history and politics, and I sacrifice that. Now I don't. When I see Mike watching like news and all that, I always tell him, I don't want to watch it.
Because it's
I mean
always
to say,
bad news. Every
yes,
time you put on the news, it's bad news.
yes,
So you have to find something else to do, for something else to watch. I think yes, you can watch. We're not saying dedicate every second of the day to doing the online
hmm,
business, but obviously the more you put in, the more you get out, just like with anything.
yes, and of course the sacrifices that we all immigrants. I think initially, um one of the many sacrifices is being away from your families for so many years. Lucky are those immigrants who came to wherever you are right now with your family. But in my case, I came all by myself here from the Philippines to US. Some started with nothing, and now we're all sitting together. We were all sitting together in a five-star resort, and because of the online business. If not for this online business, I don't know if I probably we probably go to Dominican Republic, because one of the cruises that we missed,
Yeah,
one destination was Dominican Republic. But are we going to stay in a five-star hotel? Probably not, because it's
maybe a four
really,
and a half star.
yeah, like
Yeah.
we paid like $600 per night for our for our
Wow. That's
yeah,
nice. Just think, imagine going on a working trip,
yeah,
which also, by the way, is also tax deductible because it's part of your business expense.
yes,
So to have that opportunity and just mingle with like-minded people that are sharing all these ideas with you, having fun, having
mm-hmm.
dinner at night time, and just rubbing shoulders with these people that
Yeah,
are doing it.
yeah, we like you said, we had so much fun. We laugh a lot, and like the kind of laughter where you forget all your stress. I remember telling Mike that I had backache going there. As soon as the airplane touched down, my backache was gone.
Backache's gone, headache's gone, and guess what? As soon as she got on the plane coming back, headache, backache, headache. But I think that was because of going back to work the next day.
Yes, and we danced, we swam, even though I don't know how to swim. So I got in the pool. So that was really fun. We took so many pictures. And when your phone storage starts acting up, and I tell you guys, a couple of my business partners there, they were like, they were not so happy because their storage were all gone.
And she has a phone with 1 terabyte. So what does that
Yes,
tell you?
1 terabyte, and I have another phone, a Samsung
Yeah.
phone. So yeah, but you have to capture every single moment, like literally every single moment. You would want to capture everything because the place is so beautiful, and we had so much fun.
And so many people you want to meet with and take pictures with. And because these are people that you'll meet online
Mm-hmm.
and you talk to them just as we're talking to you now. But then you go on a retreat like this and you get to meet them in person, and it's like they're old friends because you know so much about them and you've talked to them and
Yeah.
from all over the world. So
Yeah, to those of you who are watching right now, you probably saw one of my posts wherein a business partner of mine from UK, I waited for her in the airport because she was like 3 hour. I was 3 hours ahead of her, so I was like, I can just sit down in the airport and read a book and wait for her. So I think some of you may have seen that video wherein that was the very first time that we saw each other online, and it's
Or in real life.
or in real life. I mean, online we've been seeing each other online, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. Yeah, but then that was our first time offline. But then let me tell you guys. There were also moments where we got emotional. It's not because we were fighting or we were sad. Those were happy tears, because we realized that the journey is worth it. There was moment that we just paused and looked around the room, and we saw people who once doubted themselves, people who were scared to start, now very confident. They were all smiling, they were all winning in their own way. And I thought, if they can do it, why not me? So that was the very first thing that came into my mind when I was starting. And even up to now, Mike and I were not there yet. But I saw a lot of people in that retreat who are extremely, extremely successful, retired from their job. Some of them in their 40s, some of them in their 30s. There's actually one who was like, I don't know, retired or quit her job when she was only 23 years old. And now she is in her 30s. So imagine how much money she's making,
The opportunity is out there. But it all starts with that first step.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to take that first step. It's not just going to come knocking on your front door one day.
Yeah.
You've got to actually want the passion. And, we can talk, obviously, because we're both immigrants ourselves, but we're also small business owners as well, traditional businesses, that is. So anybody out there that's traditional business owner, immigrants, and there's lots of people out there that are maybe looking for that little something different, single parents as well.
Yes, absolutely. And also, did you say small business owners?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and now I'm here thinking, or we're here talking, because most of the time, every single day, to those of you busy moms and dads, Mike and I, we always talk about business. It's already a part of who we are. It's already a part of our conversation during dinner, or when we are together. We are thinking, if we can do it, why not you? You're We are not uh different than you guys. We are also ordinary people just like you. Because yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, we see so many people's stories because we have a weekly meeting and people share the stories of what they've gone through. And people have shared with us their information. They've said, yeah, I was looking for something. I didn't know what. I wanted something online. But then they're kind of hesitant because they don't know whether they've got the technical knowledge, or they don't have enough friends, but they can't sell. But the great thing is there's no selling. You don't have to sell to your friends. You don't have to bug your friends. We're not bugging anybody. People are coming to us as they will to you. And as for being having the technical knowledge or tech savvy, you don't even have to be that, because again, people have said, well, I'm not tech savvy. You don't have to be.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, talking about that, I was talking to one person earlier, and she was saying that, oh, I don't know if I can do it because I'm already 60 years old or 61 years old. But let me tell you this, age is just a number. We have so many people in our community, online business community, who are older than 60 or 61 or even 65 or even 70.
Who was that we spoke to a few weeks back? And she was, what was she, 64, I think, but she'd only started a couple of years ago. I think she was 62 or something when she started.
I forget.
And she was, I forgot what her name was. But yeah, so there's no excuse for age-wise. If you've got the passion and you want to change something in your life.
Yeah, I remember she's 64 from Canada.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So
But she has a little job. I think she'd relocated from India or not.
yes, from Pakistan.
Yeah. So she'd relocated and she had a little job which she really loved. She loved helping people,
Hmm.
but she wanted a little something extra on the side, something that she could do online and do at her own pace. And she got into this and she said, yeah, I was hesitant because I don't have the technical, I wasn't tech savvy or anything, but she jumped in and she's doing great.
Her name is Abba.
Ah, that's right.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
So, people are working long hours, or especially me, because I used to work three jobs, guys, three jobs. I only sleep 5 hours a night, and sometimes maybe less than that because I had to get up early for some reason. And of course, we tell ourselves one day when we sacrifice things, it's gonna be all worth it. But what if you could start building something now? Imagine yourself if you don't if you just take that leap of faith and give yourself some options, for later. Like Mike was saying, you don't have to quit your job. All you need to do is to build your business on the side, slowly, slowly but surely.
Yeah, you do it at your own pace. That's a great thing about, because obviously all the step-by-step training is you can do it at your own pace. It's not like, okay, you've got to complete this by then and complete this by then. You do it at your pace because this platform
Mhm.
was actually built for busy people.
Yes.
Everybody's busy. So you can't say, oh, I don't have the time. There's always an excuse, but the only way you can change what you're doing now to give yourself a better life and your family
Mhm.
is just by taking that step and checking it out.
Yeah, this business has given us so many perks, if you want to say so. We get to travel even more. So next week,
Where are we going next week?
we're going to England next week.
International travel again?
Yeah, so we're gonna go to England next week. We are and we have a couple more trips after that. Only because of this online business. Those travels, Mike and I should say that we used to travel too, but not as much as our travels this time since we started this online business.
And also, since we got out of the coffee business, because we sold our shop so we can
Mhm.
spend more time doing this, that gives us now the freedom. Obviously, if we had the coffee shop, we couldn't just say, okay, we're off. Well, we'd have to either close the shop, which
Mhm.
is not good, or we'd have to have staff in there and rely on them to do the same service that we were doing.
Mhm.
And they're not going to do that because it's not their business, which is understandable.
Yeah.
But we sold the business so we could do the online business and concentrate more on this, that enabling us now to do all this travel.
Yes. So this business is giving us not just income but experiences and memories. Because when you get uh, older, you're not gonna think about your job as much. I think you're gonna think about your memories that you share with your loved ones. And
Yeah, you're not going to be sat around the coffee table saying, hey, remember that spreadsheet we did? And they say, oh, you remember that time when the boss told us we had to do this and report this? And no, you're not. You're talking about memories that you've created with family and friends and trips you've been on.
yes, and also the growth. For me, personal growth and mindset. I'm still working.
She's
Working
working
on
on growth because she's still 4'11".
my growth is this way, not that way. And of course, confidence. Me, I'm still working on my confidence and of course my mindset, because it takes a little bit longer for me to develop that. And the best thing is what?
The community, supportive,
Yes,
the global supportive community, unbelievable.
yes, yeah. And then the best part, you don't have to figure everything out on your own. We have mentorship, step by step training, and people who genuinely want to see you win.
Yeah, and that goes back to the global support system. So no matter whereabouts you are
Mhm.
on the planet, whether you're in the other side of the world, in Australia, Philippines, Asia, I know Philippines is in Asia, but I just say Asia just because whether you're in Europe, any of the country, no matter where you are, we've got somebody that can align with you. We have folks here that in Atlanta that were not connected in any way, but obviously they're in the business, and we've found each other, and we meet up with them and have dinner and all kinds of good stuff. So
actually, when I went to Punta Cana, I met another girl from Atlanta. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so guys, so immigrants, hardworking moms and dads, and small business owners, and to those of you who are looking for change and looking to a supplement for your income. So if you are watching us and you're following us, or you happen to stumble upon this live
this live replay,
yes,
yeah,
and something in your heart is like telling you, I want that kind of life, don't ignore that feeling, because I almost did, or Mike almost did.
Yeah, I definitely did. I didn't really get on board because I was super skeptical. Emelie was in the business by herself for probably about a year and a half, until I eventually realized, you know what, that's exactly what I want.
Yes. Yeah. For us, we cannot find anything that would really compare to this online business. Everything that we are looking for are checking all the boxes that we want, right?
Yeah, because we'd looked at all the we always wanted to work together. We always wanted to have a business that we had control over. But the thing is, everything we were looking at, we physically had to be there in order for it to work, whether it be a coffee shop, whether it's buying and selling stuff. You know, you having to buy stuff and then go and ship it and do all that, go to the post office and do all that stuff. So everything needed us to be present in order to do it. And it's more like the business was running us as opposed to us running the business.
Yes.
The great thing about this is no matter where we go, our business comes with us because we have our cell phones with us.
Yeah. So, and as long as you have internet connection, guys, anybody can do this. So I'm glad that when I saw this, the ad about this online business, I did not just scroll past it. I actually took my time to inquire about it, because now we are enjoying what we are enjoying. Like I said, I get to experience things like the Punta Cana trip, meet amazing people, and build something that can change our future. So here's what I'll say. If you're curious, if you've been thinking about doing something online, send us a message or comment below. Say, I'm interested. I'm ready to change my life. Yeah.
Yeah, just share a quick note with us, and we'll reach out to you, whether you prefer a text message, an email, or a video. We prefer a video call just because so you can get to meet us better, and we can also find out a bit more about you and your goals.
Yes.
But if you're not comfortable with that, that's okay. We'll shoot you. If you say, hey, text me or email me, whatever you want, we'll make it work.
Yeah, so when you do that, we will share the information with you. No pressure, just so you can see if it's something that aligns with you. And who knows, maybe next time we have an Eagles retreat. I won't just be telling you about it, because I'll be seeing you there, or will be seeing you there, because Mike, he will be attending the next Eagles retreat with me and our other business partners as well. Yeah. On the beach,
on
maybe.
The beach, sipping a cocktail on the beach. Sounds
yes.
Good.
So creating your own story, that is very powerful, especially if you are having fun with business partners in a different location, not just
and just absorbing all the information and learning from everybody. And it's not like you're in a classroom just getting a bunch of information shown. It's fun, it's active, they just get you pumped up, and it's awesome.
Yes. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching us. I know it's been a minute before we have another go live, but we'll see you again tomorrow.
Yes, we will. Take care in the
Yes.
meantime.
So please don't forget to pray, because prayers
move mountains.
Thanks, everyone, and God bless.
We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.